Hi guys, it's time for my update of my DVD collection of Doctor Who, and actually it's really huge collection update. You can see I have a lot of new DVDs. I will talk about them closer. I'm not sure which one weren't in the last video, but yeah, I'm too lazy to check. So I will show you the upper shelf first with all the boxes and or no, I will show you actually DVDs first because they are most important. Fuck up. What number one? Okay, so let's start with the first Doctor, first story, and An Earthly Child. It comes with the box set alongside with the Daleks. The Edge of Destruction. It comes in the box set The Beginning, and it is the first Doctor Who box set I ever own. I bought it with one story I will show you a little bit later. The Keys of Marinus, the story that actually made me continue watching Doctor Who in the chronological order with the first Doctor. I am currently watching Third Doctor right now. The Aztecs. I really love this DVD, especially, well, the story is great. Not one of my favorites with William Hartnell, but also it features Galaxy 4 reconstruction. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The Sensorites, one of my least favorite Doctor Who stories ever. I just find it so boring. The Reign of Terror, I like it more than Sensorites. I haven't watched it in a while. I think I will rewatch it, especially because of my girlfriend. She should be watching the entirety of the first Doctor now. Planet of Giants and Dalek Invasion of Earth. And here we have a big gap. Obviously we have the one between The Edge of Destruction and Keys of Marinus, although The Edge of Destruction has Marco Polo reconstruction. But counting the stories that were released, here we have a big gap, and we go to the Space Museum, and obviously it came in the box set with The Chase. The Chase, I would call it my favorite. I watched it only once, but I would call it my favorite Doctor Who story with the first Doctor. And one of my favorite Dalek stories. The Time Meddler, pretty good story. And then we end the 10th planet with 10th planet. Okay, we start the second Doctor era, which sadly is really poor with releases and, well, surviving stories. The Web of Fear, I watched it once, but I have to call it's so good that I am really calling it my favorite story with Patrick Troughton. Seeds of Death, pretty decent story. War Games, I love the last episode. Sorry, well, I will fix it a bit later. Spearhead from Space Blu-ray. I am planning on getting box set with Terror of the Autons and Spearhead from Space DVD, but a bit later because I own the Master DVD. This one with Autons, so I am thinking about skipping in, not in but as for now, the Silurians. Really like this story. When I watched it first, I was like, no. And here is the story I am actually at, and this is like the Web of Fear was the first that I got recently, and bit earlier I got the Ambassadors of Death and the next one, which makes me really the Inferno special edition, which makes me happy because I have complete first season except for Marco Polo, although I don't count it, and 100% complete season 7. Then we have Demons, the only story from except for the Master Collection, the only story with from season 8, and yeah. The Sea Devils, which alongside Silurians came in the box set with one of the stories that we'll show you later. The Carnival of Monsters Special Edition came in the box set. And here is the first Tom Baker story. First Doctor Who DVD I bought. I bought it with the beginning box set. And the episode 1 is the first episode of classic Doctor Who I watched, at least since my childhood, because I could have seen some in the childhood, but I'm not sure. Another new one, which I got recently, The Genesis of the Daleks. I have to complete season 12 soon, because it's the first or second complete season I watched. The Terror of the Zygons. I bought it in the summer. Face of Evil. I rewatched it, well, almost completely recently, and I bought it also in the summer. Talons of Wang Chiang Special Edition. And here we go to Key to Time box set, which is also the recent edition. Rebus Operation, The Pirate Planet, Stones of Blood, Androids of Tara, Power of Kroll, The Armageddon Factor. And another one is also a recent edition, which I am a bit excited about, Destiny of the Daleks. Then we have possibly my favorite Fourth Doctor story, City of Death, at least from those I've seen. Nightmare of Eden, which is also new edition. Shada, the new edition also. Leisure Hive, also the new edition. Keeper of Troughton, I bought it in the whole box set, the New Beginnings, in the summer, and I really liked the next one, Logopolis. Possibly, well, no, except for one of the stories coming up, is my favorite regeneration story from the classic Doctor Who. Castrovalva, I really like this story. Warriors of the Deep, haven't seen it once yet, but people say it sucks, so yeah, but I got it in the box set. I've seen this one, it came in the Visitations 2 box set, alongside with 2 previous stories, Seeds of Death and Carnival of Monsters. Resurrection of the Daleks, seen the longer version, but it bored me a bit, so I will rewatch it soon. And here is not only my favorite story of Fifth Doctor's era, but my favorite regeneration story. I think I would even say my favorite regeneration story of all time. This story is so good that I am really speechless. I seen it actually once and I didn't like it, then I rewatched it and I was like, oh my god, so great. And then we have fairly underrated story, which is Twin Dilemma. This story isn't good, but I really actually like it, especially episode 1 and the Doctor. I really like him in this one. He has post regeneration trauma, and here is Cyberman collection with Tomb of Cyberman and the Master collection. So I will just put it here. And my favorite Colin Baker story, Attack of the Cyberman. The Vengeance of Varus, The Trial of the Time Lord, all 4, obviously, which is fairly old addition to the collection, so you've seen it, I will just skip it. Possibly one of the newest ones, Time and Rani. I don't really like the story, but I want the Seventh Doctor is my favorite, so I want to complete his collection soon. Also the new one, Paradise Towers. Well, I am really wanting to see it soon. Delta and the Bannerman, I would call it a guilty pleasure actually. I bought it in the summer, and I'm not sure, either this one, The Remembrance of the Daleks, or the one that comes next is my favorite Seventh Doctor story. The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Oddly enough, every time that I watch it, I got more and more into it. But I don't really like it very much. I made a joke like companion is afraid of clowns, takes her to the circus. Okay, another new addition, the battlefield. I really like this story. It's pretty fine. Ghostlight. It's if I would pick the weakest point in the season 26, I would call it Ghostlight. Although I have seen this story only once, so I am happy that I have it on DVD. The Curse of Fenric, I rewatched it yesterday actually, and yeah, it's a really good story. And here is Survival, which ends the classic series and the Seven Doctors era also. And this is another one that I would call my favorite. So it's either this one or Remembrance of the Daleks. I'm not really sure. Okay, so the movie, the only DVD, well, the longer story with Paul McGann. Then another new one which came in the box set. It's not the story, but it's more than 30 years in the TARDIS. Lost in Time box set. And now let's move to the new series. Also new additions are Season 1, which I got, was my first ever Doctor Who thing I got. Season 1 in Swedish, but it haven't got special features, and I've seen the box set containing all first season fairly cheap, so I decided to, yeah, well, I can have two and like borrow time to time the Swedish one to someone and have more special features. Season 2, which is my favorite season with David Tennant. I really like, possibly even more, like most stories during this season. Although my favorite episode with David Tennant is on this one. I am talking about Blink. Although Blink fights with School Reunion, so yeah. Season 4, which is possibly the weakest, at least for me, the weakest season with David Tennant. And most of this I hate. I think only 3 of them, and I'm maybe not hating them, but I would call the worst one, I would call The Next Doctor the best one, and really the best one, Waters of Mars. Season 5, and I don't have Season 6 yet, or Series 6, but I have Series 7, and also pretty new addition is 50th anniversary box set containing Name of the Doctor, which I actually owned here, but fine. It contains my favorite thing with 8th Doctor, Night of the Doctor, which is nice. Then we have Day of the Doctor, which I haven't got before, and I'm happy because I would spend 500 crowns on something that I own, and it has pretty much cool stuff, and it has prequel, and I really like prequel. Here we have the Time of the Doctor, but also I think, no, not here. And then another one which I really wanted to have is An Adventure in Space and Time. I love this movie. I have to rewatch it. I actually wonder about rewatching it with my girlfriend who watches the first Doctor era now. So when she's done, it's time to watch The Adventure in Space and Time, and also the CD of An Enemy of the World, which is a really good story. I am happy that it has been found. And I have also got a book which is novelization of my possibly favorite story, which is Remembrance of the Daleks. So moving up, here we have box sets. And moving on from this one, here is my new edition, which is 11th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. I haven't put batteries, but yeah, it extends. When you put batteries in, so it will like shine and stuff, and it opens. So you have button up, and this one you know, extends the screwdriver, which is really cool. I really like this. Yeah, it can be extended for now. The K9, also new edition, and I really like this about it. Yeah, my girlfriend thinks K9 is really cute, so yeah, this is possibly her favorite addition to my collection as for now. I don't know. So yeah, this is my Doctor Who collection. It will surely extend much until the next video, and you can see a bit on my Harry Potter collection there too. So yeah, this is Doctor Who collection. Watch my videos, and oh yeah, and there can you say Bowtie and the Dalek, which is also the old edition and the box set to 50th anniversary. I really like this artwork. I want to have it as a poster. It's so nice. Okay, so yeah, I can show you a bit closely the beginning box set. This Space Museum in the Chase. Beneath the Surface, Key to Time. I'm not actually sure if this is the special edition or the new normal edition. I call it the special edition when I'm like put it on merchandise Doctor Who. The Legacy Collection with Shada and More Than 30 Years in the TARDIS. The New Beginnings, Trial of the Time Lord, and both Revisitation boxes. So, tell me what you think about my collection. And I am currently working on completing my 7th Doctor collection. I have 3 stories left, which are 2 box sets, so I will get them soon. And also I am working, then I will possibly want to complete my 6th Doctor collection, because I have like 4 DVDs left. So I just, but if you have tips on what I should get, except for 7 Doctor's Umbrella, which I'm working on, just write, and you know, except for with the first 5 Doctors and 6th season of 11th Doctor. So yeah, tell me about my collection and see you later.